Welcome back to Weirdest World, the channel where we explore the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unbelievable. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because today we're diving into one of the most enduring and bizarre theories ever conceived, the Hollow Earth. Stay with me until the end for a weird fact that might just change how you look at the ground beneath your feet. Now, the Hollow Earth theory isn't just some modern internet myth, it's a concept that's been around for centuries, evolving through science, myth, and conspiracy. At its core, the theory suggests that our planet isn't solid all the way through, but instead hollow, or at least filled with vast underground realms. Some versions even claim there's an entire civilization living inside the Earth, complete with its own sun, flora, fauna, and advanced beings. Crazy, right? Let's jump right in. The earliest scientific proposal of a hollow Earth came from none other than Edmond Halley. Yes, the same Halley who discovered Halley's Comet. In 1692, Halley suggested that Earth was made up of concentric shells, each with its own atmosphere and magnetic field. He wasn't just speculating for fun. He was trying to explain magnetic anomalies that couldn't be accounted for by the known structure of the planet. Halley believed that these inner layers could be inhabited and even proposed that auroras, those beautiful lights in the polar skies, were caused by gases escaping from the inner Earth through openings at the poles. Fast forward to the early 19th century, and we meet John Cleves Symmes Jr., an American Army officer who became one of the most vocal proponents of the Hollow Earth theory. In 1818, Symmes published a circular declaring that the Earth was hollow and accessible through massive holes at the North and South Poles, which he called Symmes Holes. He even petitioned Congress to fund an expedition to find these openings. While his requests were denied, his ideas gained traction and inspired a wave of speculative fiction and pseudo-scientific exploration. One of the most influential pieces of fiction to emerge from this era was Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth, published in 1864. While Verne's novel was clearly fantastical, it helped cement the idea of subterranean worlds in the public imagination. Verne's story featured explorers descending into volcanic tubes and discovering prehistoric creatures and vast underground oceans, themes that would echo in Hollow Earth lore for decades. But the theory didn't stop with fiction. In the early 20th century, occult and esoteric thinkers began to link the Hollow Earth to ancient myths and spiritual teachings. Helena Blavatsky, founder of the Theosophical Society, wrote extensively about hidden realms and root races, suggesting that advanced beings lived beneath the surface. Her ideas influenced later writers who connected the Hollow Earth to places like Agartha and Shamballa, legendary cities said to exist inside the planet, accessible only to the enlightened or through secret tunnels. And yes, we'll be talking about Agartha and Shamballa in future episodes, so stay tuned. Now, let's talk about the supposed entrances to the Hollow Earth. Believers claim that there are massive openings at the poles, hidden from public view and guarded by governments. One of the most cited pieces of evidence comes from Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a decorated U.S. Navy officer who led expeditions to the Arctic and Antarctic in the 1940s. In a controversial diary attributed to Byrd, though its authenticity is widely disputed, he allegedly describes flying into a lush, green land beyond the North Pole, inhabited by advanced beings. He referred to it as the Great Unknown. While mainstream historians dismiss the diary as a hoax, it remains a cornerstone of Hollow Earth lore. Another figure who added fuel to the fire was Raymond Bernard, author of The Hollow Earth, published in 1979. Bernard claimed that Earth was a shell with walls 800 miles thick, and that UFOs were actually vehicles from the inner world. He believed that the inhabitants of Hollow Earth were more advanced than surface dwellers and had been guiding humanity for centuries. Bernard's book became a cult classic among conspiracy theorists and New Age believers. In more recent times, explorers like Steve Curry and Brooks Agnew have attempted to organize expeditions to the poles to find the mythical entrances. Curry's planned journey in 2007 was cancelled after his death, but Agnew has continued to promote the idea, claiming that mainstream science is suppressing the truth. These modern efforts often blend science fiction with spiritual beliefs, suggesting that the hollow earth is not just a physical space but a gateway to higher consciousness. Of course, mainstream science has thoroughly debunked the hollow earth theory. Seismology, the study of how shockwaves travel through the planet, shows that Earth has a solid inner core, a molten outer core, and a mantle. These layers are confirmed by the way seismic waves behave during earthquakes. There's simply no room for vast hollow spaces, let alone entire civilizations. Satellite imagery and polar expeditions have also failed to reveal any massive openings at the poles. But despite the lack of evidence, the hollow Earth theory persists. Why? Because it taps into something deeper: our fascination with the unknown, our suspicion of authority, and our love of mystery. It's a theory that blends ancient myth, modern conspiracy, and speculative science into one irresistible package. And it's not alone. The hollow Earth theory is connected to a web of other ideas, like the legends of Agartha, Shamballa, the reptilian beings said to dwell underground, and the cryptoterrestrial hypothesis, which suggests that many so-called aliens are actually Earth-based beings hiding in plain sight. Get ready to dive into all this in future episodes. Subscribe to Weirdest World, and let's explore together. Before we wrap up, here's your weird fact I promised you. In 1947, Admiral Byrd reportedly said, "That area beyond the pole is the great unknown." Some interpret this as evidence of hollow Earth. Others say it was poetic exaggeration. But the quote lives on, fueling decades of speculation and wonder. Thanks for watching Weirdest World. Until next time, stay curious, stay weird, and don't forget to look down. You never know what's beneath your feet.